She don't need a man, no. This for little mama with the cute lips. Nails done and she got a new wig. She don't need a man, need her own shit. She don't need a loan.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna be doing a little story time with you guys on my toxic. When I tell you this is the only toxic relationship that I've ever had, every other boyfriend that I ever broke up with, it was because simply because we didn't work out. We weren't right for each other. But this one, I thought we was gonna be Bonnie and Clyde. I thought we was gonna be together forever type thing. So when I tell you this relationship was so toxic and it taught me such a huge lesson, oh my God, y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we just gonna get straight into the story time because it's a long one. So let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So let me see. I'm gonna take it back to how we met. So we met, mind you, we met on Snapchat, and he's in the military and I'm in the military, and I do not know how we got each other's Snapchats. I really don't know how, but we ended up on each other's snaps. And it was just one day I had put on my snap, because I'm an Aries and I don't really believe in astrology, but I know the different signs and who match up with who. And so it was one day I was just playing around and I put on my Snapchat, I put only a Sagittarius could handle me, because I'm Aries, and I was like, only a Sagittarius could handle me. And I put, and then the next snap I put looking for a Sagittarius taking applications. And then that's when he swiped up and he was like, I'm a Sagittarius with the eyes. And I was like, oh, send me some pictures, you know, playing around still. He sent me pictures and I was like, maybe I'm not playing anymore. So we talking all that night, and it was like a playful conversation. When I tell you we clicked instantly, we both was goofy as hell and going back and forth with each other all that night. So we talked for I would say a couple of hours that day, that night. We talked for a couple of hours and then it rolled over to the next day. We kept on talking. Ever since that day, we talked every day, every single day. And months and months, mind you, I didn't even tell y'all the timeline. This was in, it's been so long, April. We started talking in April of 2018. April of 2018. Yeah. So we started talking in April of 2018. And we just kept talking, getting to know each other. Mind you, we had never met. So then he was, like I told y'all, he was stationed in Texas. I'm stationed in North Carolina. And so we kept on trying to make plans to meet, and because we just wanted to meet each other, you know, because we had been talking all these months, and it was time. So we kept making plans to meet because his hometown is Georgia. So yeah, so we was just going to try to make plans to meet halfway there, but it just kept not working out. I couldn't make it or he couldn't make it, and it kept not working out, basically. So a time came, and it was the end of the year of 2018. It came to December. So we were making plans for New Year's, and we were saying that we should all meet up in Georgia, because my sister had came down that year as well. She had came down for the holidays, and it was just me and my sister for the holidays because me and my sister didn't go home. So we had made plans to go to Georgia and just spend New Year's there. But then I really think this was God. It had to be God, trying to stop us from meeting, because every single time we would be right there this close to meeting, it just wouldn't happen. Like something would happen. So this time when we were like this close to meeting, it was gonna be me, my best friend, and my sister, and another friend of mine. We were all gonna drive down there. He had friends that he was with. We were all gonna drive down there and meet or whatever. And my car like broke down. My car didn't have no problems the whole time. And even now, my car has had no problems since then. And my car broke down. The transmission, the oil, the transmission had got a crack in it. So the oil was just leaking out. It couldn't hold oil. So my car was in the shop the whole time. So my friends had cars, but I just didn't want to tell them to drive to Georgia. Like, even though we all were going, I just didn't want them to drive to Georgia for a guy that I was going to meet. So I was like, it can't happen. Like, we just can't meet. So it got to a point, like, yes, it had been a year, but we only talked on Snapchat, mind you. We only talked on Snap. We had each other numbers, but we wouldn't really text each other. We would only talk on Snap. And he told me that he didn't have an Instagram. And so I was just like, I don't feel like it's going to happen. Like, it ain't going to happen for us or whatever. But so we had slowed down the talking. Like, we would still talk. He would still comment on my snaps. Oh, you're so pretty and stuff like that. I would still comment on his snaps. But we had slowed down on the talking. So, fast forward to 2019. The New Year's happened. All that happened. February, we still wasn't talking that much. March came. So my birthday is March 21st. He told me happy birthday, everything. And that's when we picked back up talking again in March. So we back to trying to plan to meet each other and everything. And everything like that. We still trying to plan to meet each other. Then, out of nowhere, it was just one day, he FaceTimed me. Mind you, out of this whole year and months that we've been talking, we've never FaceTimed. So then he FaceTimed me. I'm like, whoa. So now we're FaceTiming every day in March. Like, that's when we started FaceTiming like almost every day. And then that's when I met his friends and and some other people. So I just we are on FaceTime. I'm talking to his friends, talking to everybody. Then but mind y'all, we would only FaceTime on the weekends. Only. Like, I would try to call him during the week and he would never answer unless it was the weekend. So that was kind of weird to me. Like, it was weird, but now it actually makes sense. But back then it made no sense. I was like, why? I even brought it up to him. I was like, why you only answer on the weekend? Oh, babe, I be busy during the week, blah, 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 whatever. So I kind of brushed that under the rug. My intuition was still like, that's weird, but whatever. Time goes on. Now I'm cool with his cousins. We talking all the time. I got his cousin's Instagram and stuff like that. And this is when the first red flag came up. I get his cousin's Instagrams and I see a comment from him. I thought you didn't have an Instagram. So I go to his Instagram and I'm scrolling through. I'm like, this is so interesting. Like, I thought you didn't have an Instagram. We in April now. We're in the month of April. And so I'm like, what? Like, this is so crazy. And like, when I saw it, I can't even explain my emotion at that time. Like, I was just like, well, maybe he just made it. Maybe. I was like, at this point, I was falling for him. So, or I would say I already fell for him probably. So I was like trying to make excuses for him basically. So I'm looking at the Instagram, I scroll down and I see his baby mama. Interesting. I didn't tell y'all he got a kid. My bad, I forgot. Yeah, he got a kid. So I knew he had a kid. But I see his baby mama on his Instagram. and I see them like taking pictures like as a happy family. I'm like, okay, so they're still together. But you're telling me you want me to be with you. You want to stepmama, all this, all that, this, that, and the third. Interesting. So, screenshot. Send it all to him. Baby, I'm not playing with you. What is this? Explain. So, what he was saying, he was like, those pictures are old. I'm so sorry that I didn't tell you I had an Instagram. The reason I didn't tell you is because I wanted a chance to delete all that stuff. And yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I believe the shit. So I was like, okay, well, just deleted it. Just delete it. Add me on Instagram. And no harm, no foul. Why am I stupid? I know y'all thinking, you stupid bitch. Yeah, I know. Stupid as... So, time goes on, and we get to the month of June of 2019. And still talking strong. Now we made plans for July. He is coming to see me. Like, no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's been almost 2 years. You need to come see me. So, made the plans. The plans was for his cousins to come, but his cousins, some end up happening with them, so they couldn't come. So, he came. Over the moon, I can't explain it. I was over the moon. Like, oh my God, this dude that I've been talking to for this long, like, we finally met, we finally together. Everything is finally working out. He was planning on, his re-enlistment time was coming up, so he was planning on getting stationed down here. So everything was finally looking like it was gonna be okay. So we have a great, amazing time. He only stayed for like four days, I think. Stayed for 4 days. He left. It was so sad. I was so sad and everything. But, you know, kept FaceTiming. At this point, we're FaceTiming every day. The weekend stuff stopped. But we're FaceTiming every day. And he went, when he came to me, he was going on leave to his hometown. So he came from his hometown to see me for a couple days. Then he went from me to back to Georgia. We were FaceTiming every day. And then he went back to Texas. And it went back to the weekend shit. And I'm like, okay, we back on this. So I started, my woman's intuition just wouldn't let stuff die down. Like, it just, the stuff he was doing just didn't sit right with me. So then my friend, she ended up doing some investigation, and she found out what his baby mama's Instagram, I think it was her Instagram. She found out what her Instagram was. And at first I was like, girl, like, stop. Like, oh my God, stop. Because I was like, I trust him. Like, no, he told me it's nothing there, it's nothing there. Like, I trust him. So at first I wasn't like paying her no mind of the investigation she was doing. But then she came to me one day and she showed me a picture, and it was him, her, and the child in the picture together, like one big happy family. Around the time that we was talking, one big happy family taking the family portrait and just living their best life. And it said, he commented under it and said, "I love you, wife." Why? I thought that was your baby mama. So at this point, I'm like, bro, what the? Okay, I'm done. So then I hit him up. I'm done with you. You're weird. Why wouldn't you tell me that that's your wife? Why would you say that's only your baby mama? I'm going off. Like, when I tell you I'm crying, I'm ballistic. Like, oh my God. And so I don't even remember what he said to make me not even like care anymore that was his wife. Long story short, after that I found out they were living together. And then my stupid self this what he said. He said, we just living together for my kid. Like, I just want to be there for my kid. And I know if I divorce her and do this, that, and the third, that she's going to take my kid away, all this and that. I feel like that's the common baby daddy excuse. And when you don't have kids and you're on the outside looking in, it's like you don't want to be that person that's like, okay, and kind of like a fuck that kid. Like, you don't want to be that person. So it's like, what do you say? Okay, you want to be there for your kid, be there for your kid. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you the outside person and that's his kid, you can't be like, me as a kid, period. Like, no, you can't do that. So I'm trying to be understanding, but when I forgave him, it still wasn't sitting right with me. So my friend, she does a little more investigating. This time, she just messaged the girl. Mind you, we're in August now. We're in August. So at this point, she just messaged the girl because she like, okay, I'm tired of beating around the bush. We need to know. Messaged the girl. The girl immediately messaged back and said, call me. My friend gets on the phone with her and the girl is spilling the tea. She said, me and my husband been together for 2 years. Mind you, I met him 2 years ago. Me and my husband been together for 2 years. We have a daughter. Mind you, the daughter's 2. So, or was she? I don't know how old the daughter was. I forgot. But they've been married for 2 years and got a daughter. She said this is not the first girl. He's done it multiple times. So at this point, I'm livid. I'm not even hurt no more. I'm livid. I'm like, you have the nerve. Like, mind y'all, when I met him in person, like, yeah, he was cute. But at the same time, it was like, the shit he did is like, you have the nerve. So I'm livid. I cussed him out. I don't want nothing to do with him. Like, it was on some like weird psychopath stuff because he really had, I would say he had remorse, but he was trying to flip it on the baby mama like she's lying. Why would she lie on you? You not all that to be lying on somebody. So a whole bunch of other stuff happened, but I don't want this video to be too long. Let me know down below if y'all want a part 2. But long story short, I completely cut all ties with this dude. He still hit me up from time to time, but I don't want nothing to do with him. Like, at this point, it's dead. I'm in a relationship. But yeah, y'all. When I still think about the situation, it's like, wow. Like, I go through some crazy stuff. Like, this ain't, ooh, y'all know my nails. I had to clip them down and I'm trying to get this acrylic off so I can get them redone because I want a fresh set. So, yeah, don't mind them. But, yeah, y'all. That's the story time of my crazy, delusional, toxic as ex-boyfriend. Let me know down below in the comments if y'all want a part 2, and I'll go in detail of like what happened after me and the wife, not the baby mama, the wife found out about each other, because it's a whole nother thing that happened with that. Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.
She don't need a man, need her own shit. She don't need a loan, make her own tips. Get it? Yeah.